Hey guys, welcome back. I'm so sorry that it took so long to make another episode, but I am back. All right, here we go. We're going to do my favorite word, deep dive into something completely different. Here we go. It is called The Hidden Letter and the Collapse of Trust Today. Welcome back to New England Next Gen. Every generation has a moment when they realize something unsettling. Something no one wants to say out loud. I'm not sure who to trust anymore. And I know we've all said it, right? Today, we're looking at the story from New England's past and the reality of America today, and to ask one powerful question. What happens to a nation when truth becomes hard to find? I'm going to give a story called The Letter That Saved the Revolution. It's it's freezing winter in 1775. Boston is filled with British patrols. Tension is ready to explode, and the entire future of the colonies could collapse overnight. In the middle of all of this stands Dr. Joseph Warren, a young physician. He wasn't a soldier. He discovers something explosive. The British plan to arrest Samuel Adams and John Hancock immediately. And number two, taking them down would crush the Patriot movement before it even began. Dr. Warren has a choice. He can stay silent and hope for the best, or he could risk his life to warn them. He writes a secret message and hands it to Paul Revere. Revere rides through the night, not for glory, but for truth, to tell two men what no one else wanted them to know, to deliver a warning the government hoped no one would discover. One man, one message, one act of truth-telling that changed the course of history, literally. The revolution didn't start with guns. It started with someone telling the truth, even when it was dangerous. It's super important. I mean, I say that all the time. We should be truth seekers. We really need to have the courage to go after truth. Okay? Now, my next thing is I have a quote for you guys. All tyranny needs, I'll say this, I'll start from the beginning. All tyranny needs to gain a foothold is for people of good conscience to remain silent, which is what you see a lot. And that quote is by Thomas Jefferson himself. This wasn't just about riding a horse. It was about refusing to let silence become the enemy of freedom. Now, are we being lied to now? Well, let's fast forward to today. We live in a time where millions of Americans, especially young people, are asking the same question. Who can we trust? Trust in institutions is collapsing. I can give you some facts right here. Only about 30% of young people trust in the media. Confidence in the government is at historic lows, and even trust in schools and universities have plummeted. And people can feel it. I mean, I don't know if you can, but I'm sure I can. We're told one thing by the news, and then we see the opposite online. We hear one version of events at school and another version at home. Politicians talk in circles, journalists spin, algorithms feed us whatever keeps us scrolling, not what keeps us informed. It creates confusion, it creates division, and slowly it creates doubt. The same kind of doubt that the colonists felt when they realized the British weren't being honest with them. History doesn't rhyme. Sometimes it repeats. So here's the connection. What the revolution teaches us. The Patriots didn't wait for the institutions to be honest. They didn't wait for the government to suddenly fix itself. They didn't trust blindly. They trusted their eyes, their communities, their ability to think, and their courage to speak truth. Dr. Warren didn't say, well, I'm sure the officials will tell the truth eventually. No, he acted. He questioned authority. He took responsibility, and he told the truth anyway. And that's exactly what this generation is starting to do. Young people feel the lies. They feel the censorship. They feel the manipulation. And they're waking up, and not with violence for the most part. Not with violence, but with awareness. Just like in 1775, we're learning that institutions fail when honesty fails, but a nation survives when ordinary people have the courage to think critically and speak truth. I'm going to tie in just a Bible verse. I'm sorry for those who aren't, Christians, but I want to tie this in. John 8:32 says, "Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." That was true in 1775, and it's true today. And it's true for every generation that wants a free society. Truth frees, lies divide, and silence destroys. I don't want, that when you think about that, truth frees and lies divide, if there's a lot of division going on, it's usually because lies are involved. So you really have to seek the truth. And when you can find the truth, that's usually when you can find a way to agree to disagree or just to find a middle ground. But saying nothing doesn't help anything. And if anything, it dissipates everything that we've built. So that's why, truth frees, lies divide, and silence destroys. So thanks for listening to this. I didn't make it too long, guys. But, I want you guys to think boldly, question fearlessly, and stay grounded in the lessons that built this country. That's the whole point. If this episode made you, think today, I need you to hit subscribe. I need 7 more subscribers to be able to go live on YouTube, and that would be so amazing if I could get to that point, because then it'll be so much easier to upload when I'm at events and standouts and all kinds of things. Share this episode with a friend. Also, if you go back to all my videos, I have a video on the Constitution that kind of gives a brief overview. I have so many things on there. Stay tuned, because this generation is choosing courage over silence, truth over comfort, and awareness over blind trust. Your voice matters more than you think. So what I want you to do is, if you think of anything that we want to talk about on the next episode, or you have questions for me, you can send me a video, or you can just email me at newenglandnextgen2025@yahoo, or you can go to the website, which is newenglandnextgen.com, and you can comment on this video. I can respond to the comments, and then the next video I'll mention them, and we can go from there. It'd be great to get some feedback on what we've done so far, and anything that you want to cover, because I'm starting to come up with some. I'm trying to give you some good history stories, but sometimes I'm I don't want to bore you, so I'm trying to make them a little bit more fun. And again, send me any prayer requests you have. We're getting ready for the food drive. We want to collect food to help families affected by SNAP. I will be having another tabling event soon with my TPUSA chapter. I will be having, we have up to 30 members now in our chapter since our first tabling event. So it is becoming a big thing. It's going to be amazing. And I love you guys. I'll post pictures on the media. Thank you so much. And I will be going live. If you follow me on Facebook, I will be going live, to talk about the pros and cons of when I do how I do in my episodes, I do the both sides of things, like why people love Trump and why people hate Trump and how we find a middle ground. We are going to talk about the pros and cons of Mandami in New York City. I'm going to put together some information I can find, and then we can discuss it on my live. I love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.